All right. So, everyone went to sleep at the end of last session. So, you have successfully completed a long rest. So,
Yay!
click that long rest button.
I'm going to be a little bit obtuse here and say that Lessa did not sleep. She did the weird elf trance thing for the amount of time that she needed to for a long rest.
And also, Ichi doesn't need to sleep, at least at the moment. They don't have any short rest or long rest resource to reestablish. So,
Lessa and Ichi just like sitting there staring at each
sat there
other.
and awkward.
They
Oh, no,
watched
you can
everyone
sit-
else sleep.
You can sit in
Creepy.
awkward. I want to snoop.
As you slowly open your eyes, or regain consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, power back up, you find yourself in the luxurious living room of the Hagiwara mansion. The home is opulent and spacious, just a little reminder of the setting here, with intricate and rich paintings of a woman adorning the walls. Incense burns and soft koto music plays, filling the room, creating an atmosphere of serenity and peace. As the eye wanders around the room, it is inevitably drawn to a great broadsword hanging on the wall, its edges glinting in the light. In front of it, 6 cushions sit in a circle. Those are the cushions that you are lying on or around. You hear the distant clamor of villagers shouting and banging on the mansion gates outside.
Oh. That's probably not good.
Why are they upset?
He did sort of like usher the group in quite quickly.
It is the next morning. So.
Yeah, but like we've
It's
no
too
reason
early.
to think that villagers.
Nox rolls back over.
Did Ichi know noticing untoward during the night? Our host being creepy, just noises, anything really?
Nothing particularly of notice. It was a very quiet evening.
Okay.
For a house that seems wrecked by the tiger spirit.
Cool.
Ravaged by the tiger spirit from the outside.
Donked up by the tiger spirit.
If the villagers are shouting, I'm going to roll a perception to see if I can understand what they're saying in their clamor.
Okay. Nice. All right. You hear cheering and shouting, people asking, when will the heroes be here? When will the heroes be outside? Let's see them.
Well, that's probably good,
Artie
right?
makes a small prayer to Tasakame.
Okay.
Are we gonna go outside?
Nox starts tuning her lute.
Of course. Well, guess we just go outside then, right?
Ichi is, Dirk is just sitting up stretching. Wonder when they're gonna bring us more tea.
There's a small bell next to you, Derek.
Dirk had not had a good chance to ring his bell that he picked up recently. He was stopped abruptly mid-bell ringing, so he's going to vigorously ring this bell.
Is this one of the bells is this like a bell for these people or a bell for like we got from like the cultists?
This is a very similar looking bell, but this is definitely a servant bell.
Okay.
Not even after the ringing of the bell has died off, and 2 servants are approaching from the back room, asking what you would like, how they can serve you.
There you go.
When they arrive, I'll say, if I could have a pot of tea, and also, they're very noisy outside. Could you just ask them to quiet down for like half an hour while we get ready?
Very, very well. I will alert Mayor Hagiwara and get you tea. Any particular type? Ginseng? Black? Oolong?
Dirk just shrugs and says, surprise me.
Very well. Thank you.
Cultured.
From where I'm standing on this like little deck, right? Like that's kind of where I am on the little deck around the outside of the.
Technically, everyone is
mansion.
inside.
Oh,
at
we're
the moment.
inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
technically,
Can
yeah.
I? Okay. And it sounds like the shouting is coming from inside the compound or outside the compound.
Outside the compound at the gates
Okay.
to the southwest.
Yeah, they're like behind the gates. Yeah.
So then, if possible, I would like to step out onto the little deck around the outside of the main house, and just take a gander. Just peep around, see what I see.
So we'll eat you.
Little peepee peep.
Okay. You peek out, and instantly the crowd spots you. There are hundreds of villagers lining the circumference of the Hagiwara compound along the outer gates, looking up at every possible balcony and door, waiting for them to open. And there's a big cheer, some whispers. They look like a crowd that is excited to see you.
Aw.
Look, there's one of them there. There, look, on the balcony.
Well,
Ichi just starts like just.
unsavory.
Wait, Itchy, what was it you said? I am the knight.
Today, I am the light.
I see.
Lessa just like ducks back inside.
Several of them go, and then pass out.
It's like the foam guy from
Yeah, it's
Avatar.
for-
There you go.
Yeah, he's got the foam
guy.
coming out of his mouth. He just
Yeah.
passes out.
There you go. Yep.
Nox is gonna finally get out of bed and start doing her stretches. Like,
Artie is gonna go out of the room but into the mansion and like kind of start looking to see if like there are any household shrines or anything of note besides pictures and pictures and pictures of the yaki.
I think you need about 3 more in pictures in there.
I do too, but I thought that might be excessive.
It's only really creepy because the mayor seemed to have painted them all. Like, do they all look the exact? Like, they're the same art style, or are they different? Like, is this clearly one
This would
man's
be-
incredibly obsessive issue?
This will be a good time to give you guys a handout from last night, the last week that
Mm.
I forgot to
Ah.
before.
Oh goody.
This is, you see that, hopefully?
Mm,
No,
Nope.
nothing popped up.
Nothing
Nothing
yet.
popping up?
Nope.
Okay, one moment. Give refresh roll 20.
Yeah.
Nox is gonna start counting the number of paintings that are on the wall.
Okay. They're all in various stages of finish. They're blue ink drawings with charcoal.
Ugh. That's almost worse. He didn't finish any of them.
All right, I'm just going to select all players and save it manually instead of show all players because that is broken currently. All right, if you
Nice.
look in your compendium,
A compendium of
journal.
all my knowledge.
Oh.
your journal,
Oh, she's pretty.
chapter 5. Let's get
Oh,
a
no.
book
Oh,
drawing.
Yuki.
Oh no, it only shows up in a pop-up.
Oh, and you're capturing that.
Oh,
Met.
you're catching the window.
Window.
Can't
Wait,
you?
I got this.
Well, that's
I got this.
This
Okay.
is art.
No, it's not.
They all-
For those
they
of you
all
at
look
home.
similar. Yeah,
she
They all
looks
look
so
similar.
sad.
to this painting.
Okay. Is there literally anything else?
About the time that you go snooping,
Mhm.
2 servants reemerge, almost blocking your path.
Hello.
How may we help you? They're returning with the tea.
I am looking for a shrine to Tasakame.
Oh, a shrine. You will find that in the garden right in front of the mansion.
Is it Tasakame's shrine or someone else's shrine?
I'm not certain. You will have to look or ask the mayor. I could check for you and return momentarily.
Could you escort me to the shrine? I'm pretty sure I can figure it out myself if I can see it.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. And one of them escorts you without the tea to the very center here. There's these two broad archways.
Mhm. Here?
Here and here. And yes, one of them is to the Twilight Goddess.
Okay. Which one?
This north one here, northeast.
Okay. Cool.
Do I need to roll anything to count the number of paintings that are on the wall?
No. There are many. In fact, on the ground there are stacks of them that have not yet been hung or finished drawing.
Do I get a
Hagiwara
number?
Re-enters. No more than 100.
Christ.
No more than 100. Wow.
Mhm.
That's
So
a
what, like
small
97?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's 97. Got
Okay,
it.
97.
99.
Hagiwara emerges. Alright, not emerges. Enters the mansion. Although as he does that, okay, 16 investigation
I am looking for something I can use as my focus.
as your focus. Okay.
Or
You find
my what's it called? The thing that I use to focus my spells. Yeah, that I don't know what it's
Yes.
called.
you
but
find
you know.
a small symbol of
Holy symbol, I guess.
Tasakame.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you see this?
I do.
Okay.
Alright. So I just pick up my small symbol of Tasakame.
Yeah,
And
it's like
I
a
asked
coin with that stamped into it, basically. This one.
Alright. I look
Medallion.
to the servant and I'm like, I am going to take this. Thank you.
I dare not deny a hero of Hina.
I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm also a cleric of Tasakame, so it is rightfully mine.
Then may they watch over you.
As they always do, may they protect you in Twilight.
Is that all you
Yeah.
require?
I need to go back to my friends, and there is a crowd. May you escort me again?
Yes, you can follow me. And they seem to not notice you the first time, but now that you're leaving this shrine, walking back to the mansion, they can clearly see you now, and they erupt in cheers. More people fainting, other people going prostrate on the ground, lying prostrate, as if worshiping your flight. About that time, you enter about the time Hagiwara returns. Oh, you're awake, finally. Welcome. I hope you slept well. Speaking to you all. I see you have took advantage of the tea, just as the tea is being set down. Perfect timing tag there.
Yep.
You know, I was just thinking. What are there, like 99 pictures of this lady? You could use those kind of like counting sheep.
Yes. Yes, I believe there are 97 in total.
I'm gonna
Do
say there's
you-
99. That's better.
Do you
Yes.
appreciate this woman?
Oh, very much. She was the love of my life before her unfortunate
Huh.
passing.
I could
Were
not
you
tell.
the love of her? I'm sorry.
Last I cannot tell.
Was she the love of your life?
Absolutely.
Were you the love of hers?
We were as two stars in the night.
What kind of stars? There's a lot of different kinds.
The two that appear near one another
Ah,
in the
yes.
morning.
A binary system of stars. I see.
No. Because I was gonna say, if it's a belt, that's a little different.
Yes.
I mean, equally is fine. Just, not what I thought you meant, so. Just getting a little clarification, that's all.
Yes. But
You had any
enough,
breakfast?
enough of her. What you would like breakfast? Yes. What would you like? We can have that brought in immediately.
I don't know. What do you have?
Anything you could desire, except for peaches and rices, of course. Products. And anything else grown. Meat. We have lots of meat.
Oh.
Or like meat.
Oh.
Well, around a diet that.
Quite. No fish though. No fish.
So I'm guessing baked goods are probably out of the question.
A few baked goods, but not many. We have some venison that was freshly cut, we'll say, this morning.
What about like a meat pie?
Sure, yes, we can have a meat pie made for you. And in 2 snaps, there's a venison meat pie brought immediately back.
That's fast. That is some fast food.
Anything for the heroes of Hino, yes. About that, if you are interested to begin, I would suggest heading to the peach orchard. That's where the tiger spirit has seemed to come and go from, the last reports say. Last night was particularly odd because there were no attacks in the town. Your presence is already being felt across the village, and the villagers took that as a sign of the goodness that you are already bringing, and have gathered around the complex to the dismay of much of my security, and well, you can hear them.
But did we really do anything to cause the tiger to, like, not attack? I mean, the tiger clearly tried to attack us a little bit earlier at night, but we didn't really do anything. They just fled.
I mean, it didn't really attack us. We just kind of, was there when we were there, and then when the bird dive bombed it, it eviscerated the bird, but,
Right.
I mean, to be fair, if something dive bombed me, I probably wouldn't be too happy about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying,
Yes.
we did
Swooping is bad.
nothing.
Maybe the tigers just wants to be friends. We are the heroes, after all.
Got him.
I highly doubt it's related. They're a very superstitious group.
Hack it up, squad.
Pack it up, squad. Before we go out, you're the mayor. Where's the assistant mayor? Or wait, actually, could you clarify? Is she the assistant mayor or the assistant to the mayor?
Well, she began as the assistant to the mayor, eventually rising to the post of assistant mayor, and she one day hopes to become mayor, though we'll see how soon that is.
Prestigious.
Yes.
So is there like a difference between the positions of assistant to the mayor and assistant mayor?
Yes. It's all in nomenclature, not in responsibilities, see?
So it's all floof.
Yes, quite.
Ooh.
Though Yumi sees a stark differentiation between
Does she know that?
Welcome to politics. No.
That sounds stupid. Politics are stupid.
Agreed.
She just takes a huge bite out of her meat pie.
I would like to say that if you are ready to head out, by no means, no rush, you might pay a visit to the orphanage before you leave to just really see what's at stake if the tiger spirit's problem is not destroyed.
Sounds in order.
Yes, I suppose we could visit the orphanage. We also have an appointment with Jorah. We may want to do that also.
Jorah?
Well, I mean, I guess
Oh yeah.
we could experience the emotional blackmail before we meet up with her. I mean, she's got
Yeah.
plenty of that flaming drink.
Yes.
Plus, it'd
Emo-
be nice to see the person who actually cares about our well-being see us off.
Does she care?
That's a good question.
Well, I would be
Just wondering.
delighted to give you a tour of the grounds. You've already, no doubtly, poked around and seen everything there is to see in the mansion.
Yes, I think a tour of the grounds is quite in order.
Very well, very well. If you all would like to follow me, we'll first go to the barns and the shrines, which I see one of you has already visited,
Already visited.
proliferated, proffered,
Pilfered?
Oh,
pilfered.
you thought
is the word.
Looted
Yes.
the fuck out of.
Yes, I totally took something from the shrine. I'm allowed.
Yes. You're not dead, so you were allowed. Yes. Not by me, but by the
Exactly.
goddess. If you'll follow me, he leads you outside to the
Question.
south, to the southernmost structure here. Yes.
After he leaves, like, goes out of sight,
Mhm.
can I go up to the wall where that sword is and just, like, see, like, how attached is that thing to the wall?
Okay. You could make investigation check or strength check if you just want to tug on it. That's what
I'll
she
do
said.
an investigation. Ooh,
Would
17
you want
for
a strength
investigation.
check there?
Investigation check reveals that it is not secured to the wall with any bolts or screws or anything, but rather it is sitting in a velvet holster, or not holster, velvet
Scabbard.
mounts
Mm.
wall. Two pronged velvet mounts. It's resting on it.
Ah,
You also discover a plaque below it that reads Ayuki. Oyuki.
Okay.
can I touch the broken off part of the sword gently to see if it's still sharp?
Yes. It is about as sharp as you would find on a snapped tip of a sword.
Okay.
Okay.
You reveal underneath on the plaque that it is the name of the sword.
Is there anyone actually around?
Huggiwar is just out of earshot, or has gone to the barn and turned back to Artie and said, "Where are the rest of the heroes?"
I'd probably also be
Take a
following.
minute longer.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be here.
Okay.
I was here all
Artie's
along.
desperately trying to get him not to turn back and get you guys because she figures you're doing fun things.
I was here all along. Sneaky.
I'm sorry, E.G. You surprised me. Stealthy as always.
Okay, and with my investigation check, was I able to tell whether or not, like, is this thing trapped?
No, doesn't appear to be trapped.
I gingerly try to pick the sword up.
Okay, you succeed.
I'm putting
You
that
have
in
the
my
sword?
pack.
How big is
Okay.
the sword?
Okay. It is a broadsword, and so we're talking like a big ol' sword, probably more than the length of Nox's body. So the pack is very well deformed in the shape of said sword.
Nox, looks at it, thinks like, is this a good idea? Nah, whatever. And she just walks out with that sword shape in her pack.
Oh god.
Very obvious.
Total confidence.
It's a book.
Let's have you roll a deception check versus wisdom to see if you can, or stealth, either way.
I'll go with deception.
Okay.
Let's see, a 15, and then I also get to add 1 from Jack of all trades to that. So that's a 16 deception.
Woo! You needed all of that. You beat the Hagiwara's perception of stealing that.
I was expecting to say, but he still just like looks at you and go, "Oh, You have it.
You know, just bard things.
Right. Okay, you succeed, and he does not notice. However, the hundreds of crowd members outside, you overhear one saying, "I don't think there's anything you can't do, except disguise whatever the hell is in that bag as not a sword."
Nox
Clearly someone in the
completely
crowd has
ignores
better
them.
passive perception.
And I guess we're on our way to actually catch up now.
Okay, all right. As you come on the barn, you hear flapping from inside and a little girl's cheer. The barn is filled with fresh hay and soil. Rows of gardening tools hang neatly from the walls. In fact, you watch as one gardening tool, a hoe, bounces around seemingly on its own, leaps itself up onto the wall, right into a hanger, hanger, and hangs quietly there. While a plump spotted cow in one of the stalls chews lazily. A young orphan girl stands in the corner and tosses a falcon into the barn, and the bird flies through a small hole out into the courtyard. She turns to look at you. Oh. And she bows in recognition and in welcome. Hello. But then you can immediately see she is nervous. Don't be shy, Akiko. These are the heroes. These are the heroes. Heroes, this is Akiko, one of the young village girl, or one of the girls that live in here in the compound.
Nox sticks like the last of that meat pie she was eating in her mouth. And just looks,
Sup?
As Nox kind of draws level with Lessa, Lessa sort of like glances at her and then does a double take at her back and kind of like gives her a look like, oh, okay.
she just looks at Lessa like, what?
Normal stuff here. I found a broomstick I really liked.
There's a tap on Agiwara's shoulder by a servant, a whisper. If you'll excuse me, I must attend to something, just mayor duties. Feel free to look around and speak to Akiko. He shovels off. I will be right back momentarily.
All right.
Oh,
So,
by the way, Dag, was Durek over here with us?
Oh, I think we're all together at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hadn't seen you move your tokens, so I wasn't sure if you were still back
just
there.
Forgot that I'm moving my character. Yeah.
No worries. I was like, wait, is Durek here?
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I apologize.
Sticking around. Okay.
Can
Akiko
I...
sheepishly looks up at you. So you're the heroes. That's my falcon. Hagiwara gave it to me. He trains, yes. You can tell she's very shy.
Aw.
That's a really cool falcon. How long have you had it?
Thank you. This is my 3rd year with him. I got it during the year of the falcon. How fun.
Oh.
Pleasant coincidence. Wait. Here's a question. The whole years of the various animals, is that something that we would recognize from the places we came from originally?
No. This is some new measuring count that you've come across where they seem to pick an animal and call it the year of the blank.
Right.
It doesn't repeat.
Interesting. Okay.
So there was the year of the chicken. Let's say that you had gotten something in the year of the chicken instead. Would it have been a chicken?
Maybe a fighting chicken, yeah.
Wait, you guys have those?
No, never mind. Never mind.
Do you use the falcon to hunt your prey?
I hope to one day, yes. Very much so.
Good, good.
Maybe even drive away some spirits, some evil spirits, when they come.
Are there any places you wouldn't let your falcon fly outside of the forest?
Oh, yeah, I would never want him to fly over water. Oh, no, that would be too... Yes, I would lose him forever if that happened.
Why is
I
that?
agree water's scary.
Because of the giant flying evil monster thing that lives in the water, of course.
Giant flying
Oh,
evil
of
monster
course.
thing that lives
Let me
in
write that.
the water.
Let me write that down.
That's okay. So air things usually don't live in water. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, the story is that it's a giant evil flying swimming thing that lives in the water and flies out of the water. And
Is this the
eats
ocean you're
anything
talking about? The lake?
The
Or all water?
the lakes that are attached to the ocean, yeah. And the ocean.
So, I'm gonna roll persuasion, which I got a 16, and Nox just sort of like leans down to
just
the
a
height.
second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I have not paid off the previous roll. Generator 17 stealth.
Yeah, so I wanted to, as Hagiwara was like, oh, hold on, I'm being called away, I wanted to stealth and follow him.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. He went up towards the north here. I'll tell you what happened in just a second. 16
Okay.
persuasion. Spoonee?
I want to lean down to the child, like on her level, and be like,
So, about those fighting chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a fighting chicken before, and I gotta say that's a really cool story. Would you tell me more about them?
Very
a secret?
deadly.
I imagine Ichi thinks he's probably seen fighting chickens, but probably hasn't.
This is where we begin to get familiarize the group to cockfighting and commit horrible animal cruelty. So I can't
This is the
wait.
rest-
I
honestly,
love
that's the rest of the
road we're going
campaign.
down.
Rest of the campaign is us like raising our chickens like Pokemon style.
listen,
In
I
the city.
just want a chicken like in Yakuza Like a Dragon, okay?
Make the system for us, Angry Trees. Just make it.
So, basically, well, a lot of I was trying to figure out what her what the check would be. You succeed at the
Okay.
persuasion. Basically, there's a world of like chicken fighting, and though no one really likes to talk about it much. It's like hidden. It's like the underneath. It's fun to watch. And the chickens fight off each other, and everyone kind of like cheers for them, and they dress the chickens up in like a whole bunch of like big feathers. They dye the feathers to all kinds of colors, like some that looks like tigers, some that looks like rocks, just all kinds of different things. And the crowd is very loud, and they're like cheering and placing bets, and yeah, they do that sometimes at the Tigers Inn. That yeah.
They dye the feathers so you can't see the blood because it's really cruel and like I'm suddenly uncomfortable. I'm gonna go fly over here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are
Well,
there any green ones?
No animals die though. If they get hurt, there's a mender. Yumi actually is one of them, and she mends and heals them back to. The chickens like it. They were doing it on their own before we started getting them.
It's
So they live an indefinite amount of time. Oh wait, I'm not even anywhere near here. Never mind.
No, you stealth
That's
away.
gone.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hear a funny voice.
That makes it totally better. Totally better.
Yeah, they heal them.
So, if I wanted to find one of these, who would I talk to about these chickens?
She wants to be
Uh,
the very best.
Well, next Friday, there's supposed to be another tournament down at the Tiger's Den.
Nox is listening so intently to this little girl.
But I hope to graduate to falcon fighting. So because I wanna fight falcons.
That sounds really cool too.
Not against the chickens. Against other.
Oh, well, yeah, that wouldn't be fair at all.
Yeah, not. Oh, maybe that's a good idea. And then the bird
Nope.
kind of swoops back in and lands right on her
Not
shoulder.
fighting any owls.
fighting out? Well, that's a good idea too.
No, don't you dare!
Oh, I have to tell my friend about that one. She has an owl. Okay.
Do not
Alright.
like this person.
All right. I'm gonna go back over to Generator, Lessa, and following stealthily Hagiwara. So Hagiwara goes up, led by a servant around the back side of the mansion, and you overhear them inspecting a hole that has formed in the gate. It is a new damaged section of the gate, and they're discussing how to patch that and what possibly made that. Hagiwara says, could it have been the tiger? No, this is one of the servants. They don't think so. It is too small for a tiger. One of the heroes, then. No, they were under watch last night. No one got out. No one left the compound. Yes, it doesn't make sense why they would be doing that anyway. Unless it was some kind of plan to trick the tiger into coming here. Allowing it inside. You're using myself as bait. Very clever plan, but if you say they did not do that, this is peculiar. Send a message to the farmer. Let him know. And ask him to come and inspect this to see if perhaps this is similar to the damage we are seeing done by the vines in the orchard. Very well, we'll have that done. And he turns around and begins walking back towards the barn. You hear someone else call, Agiwara, when is the festival? When is the festival? And he turns around and says, soon, my friend, soon. As soon as the heroes have dealt with the tiger, we will have the festival. Yes, thank you. Looking forward to it. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
You are. Welcome to D&D.
You indeed are.
And Hagiwara returns at just about the time to hear the owl fighting idea. Oh, Akiko, have you been fighting them again? I've said not to do that. Oh, no, they, And he gives a very stern look. I will have to talk to Yumi about this. Are we ready? Where is the fifth, where's Lessa? I don't seem to have seen her.
She had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess
Yes.
did she see anything when you were doing stuff? Okay. Or not really.
What's that?
Oh no, I just got confused. We're good.
Okay. Would you like to see the orphanage now?
Why not?
Yep.
Very well, very well. Kiko, will you take our heroes here to the orphanage? Yes, I guess so. So she puts her falcon inside of a small cage, puts a little hat over his eyes, tightens the strap, and then shuts and locks the cage, and then comes back out.
Cool.
I have some shoveling duty to do. Yes. Is there anything else I can be assistance of with to you?
No, we're just gonna go over to the orphanage. And we don't really need supervision. Honestly, it feels weird being watched this much. As Dirk looks around and at the fact that there's a crowd outside chanting for us, as well as all of the potential guards around the estate itself.
You see a sign that says, "Marry me, Durik," being held up by the one
How do they
villager.
know our names?
And I just said, I haven't even met you, and how do you know my name? We're going. And I'm going straight into the orphanage.
Oh, you got a fan.
I'm afraid that word spreads very quickly around here, including names. Yes. And Hagiwara goes inside of the barn.
Because
And
it
Akiko
benefits you.
leads you up to... What was that, Artie?
Oh, I said only because it benefits you.
Pardon? What benefits me?
Oh, spreading of things, of our names, and the nature of us, and like what we're doing here, making sure that everyone knows all this information about us. That benefits you, so of course you spread it.
Well, it's hard not to. Yes, I'm afraid I am guilty of that. It does benefit me as well as all of the villagers. You being here gives everyone hope.
Old Hoggy here is a bit of a gossip.
Just a bit.
I'm afraid I do gossip at times.
Yes, spread that tea.
Yes.
But to be fair to Hagiwara, it probably helps him stay alive and in power. So,
in power is a interesting word. Under the power foot on you all the time. Yes. It's a great responsibility.
Was that common at all?
Hundreds of people.
I don't know if that was common or not, but I understood.
Yes. Thank you very much. Akiko leads you over to the orphanage. You walk in. Well, assuming you're entering. Akiko goes inside and leaves the door open. Inside, you find. Where are the characters? There we go. Not dead. Inside is.
Oh yeah. I was
good to
wondering
know.
about that.
Yeah, we were
The
a little
interior of
concerned.
the orphanage is warm and welcoming, with tatami mats covering the floor and shoji screens dividing the spaces into mini rooms.
Filled with the
room that
bodies
you
of living
enter
children.
is filled with soft, colorful cushions and children playing with toys of various ages. A small shrine to the local kami sits in the corner, surrounded by offerings of fruit and flowers. Yumi just erupts with excitement. Her eyes get really large, and she's like, "The heroes are here, children! Step!" And then all the kids drop what they're doing and rush over to you. And they start like grabbing and to try to like
Are
to
there
lead you into the building.
are there supports of wood near the roof?
There are. This is a very wooden structure. Yes.
Don't light on
Okay,
fire,
Artie
please.
flies up to those.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
She's an
Um,
owl.
Um,
Well, I mean, she's also likely to light things on fire too. So
I am also likely
Not
to
an
light things on
orphanage.
fire.
Yeah, probably not an orphanage though.
you could see that all the girls inside the orphanage are well taken care of. They don't look starved. They look happy. They have many toys, and they are leaping at the opportunity to meet you. Yumi introduces them to you, and then tries to shoo them away back to their toys. So excited! Well, won't you come? Won't you come into my little area here? And she has a small, not office per se, but a small area where she works and keeps track of various business things and papers, and on a small chest around with cushions and such around in her office. Okay.
Nox greets every single one of the children that comes up to her personally.
Very cool. And feel free to ask them any questions you'd like, or have a look around. Akiko is our most ambitious, we'll say. I heard what you were doing with the Falcons, or the talk you were having. We'll have to deal with that later. They are into some strange things.
Yumi has really good hearing.
Word travels fast here, yes. But also, yes, I have very high perception, so to speak.
convenient.
What brings you here today? Oh, right, the mayor was leading you around on the
Yeah, Hoggy said that we
would
should
you-
come check out the orphanage before we go to the beach field, so we thought we'd come say hi to all the kids.
You're going to the peach field. Oh,
Hogiwara wants us to go to the peach field. If we should we be going to the peach field?
If he says you should go, then perhaps yes, you should.
But as the assistant mayor, if you were the mayor, would you tell us to go to the peach fields, ignoring Hagiwara?
If I were the mayor,
If you were the mayor,
Ooh, yes.
and you are the heroes of Hino, I think a trip to the peach orchard would be a dangerous but needed trip to the peach field. And I also feel that, yes, in time, yes.
Dangerous. Why?
Moral insight on that? It's an 18.
Yeah, that
She's-
sounded
Yeah,
robotic.
18.
She has grown a little bit nervous as if you're approaching something. You notice that despite her warmth and sincerity, Yumi's tension and sadness peek between her smile. It's like a shadow that came over her among the sunlight. And that kind of made her nervous when talking about the peach field.
did anything? What's going on with the peach field? Did anything happen with the peach field before this that we should know about? If we were hypothetically going to go over there to maybe like see what's up with the peaches.
Well, it's where the forest has begun to encroach. Yes. It's where my former home used to be.
Oh. You.
Okay.
But by the way, I apologize for pressing, but you did mention that you had a bit more to talk to us about when we came to the orphanage about, your family and all that.
Yes. I was wondering. She looks around and then slides one of the screen doors a little bit shut, kind of quietening the room. I was wondering, well, since you are all the heroes and such, if you could investigate something for me. And you can see
Of
she's very nervous.
course.
She's twirling a piece of paper in front of her.
We're very heroic, yes.
I can't really pay you other than in thanks.
Artie flies down and lands on the desk in front of her.
And goes, "You are probably one of the most honest and sincere people in this town. I don't know about the others, though I'm pretty sure given the wording that Dirk was just using, we pretty much trust you more than anybody else here.
Oh,
So if you need help,
what an honor.
You haven't tried to kill us, right?
No. That is funny. I can't really kill anything. So I have also prayed for heroes, not necessarily to rescue the tiger spirit, but to investigate what happened to my sister, Yuki. I tried to do it myself, but
fascinating concept. That's exactly what we were going to investigate next.
oh, my sister.
Yeah. We have a couple of theories about her that I don't think now is the time to share with you. But when we can confirm things, we will absolutely tell you. But if you have any information that you want us to find, please say.
I'm glad you said that, because I was going to say more things in a moment, and that was a good warning.
I like how it led with oh, you killed her, right? To the other guy, but
Nox just
Fair
sort of
enough.
makes a
Our
gesture,
friends.
painting,
Yeah, all the.
All the what?
Nox is talking about the paintings.
Nox,
yeah. I'll roll
on the
performance if you
arcade?
want to see whether or not she understands me. 20.
Okay. She understands. What about my sister? I believe it's admirable of him to try to remember her like that. They
It's
were
a bit
lovely.
obsessive, let's be
but-
honest.
99 times is a little.
didn't even finish any of them. That's actually the weirdest part. He had
That is
finished
the
like
weirdest
one
part,
of
yeah.
them.
I think
Well,
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 if I saw, well, never mind. It's
Well,
only
longish story short and not traumatizing or triggering. We think that the incident with your sister might have been a trigger point and this whole thing. And so we think it's incredibly important to solving the issue around the tiger to understand more about what happened to her.
Do you want to know something?
Yes, please.
My parents always called her the little tiger.
Oh, that's a bit on the nose. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that fits a lot of the things we've been finding.
Well,
But
she
good to know.
might be a big tiger now.
No.
Mm.
So Hagiwara's not really one to talk about it. Do you know anything about what happened with your sister? Like, what led up to her? At this point, both I and Durek, I think, are honestly confused about whether or not she died, disappeared, or something just odd happened to her. Whatever
So,
happened to her.
so she was attempting to take care of me and her after our parents disappeared many years ago. And we both decided to stay in our house, just outside of the peach orchard. And she was very busy, and I was very busy with school and whatnot. But she was trying to take care of us, and one way of that she saw that she could do that is by um, taking on a suitor or suitors per se, and there were a few, but when she met Hagiwara, they both seemed to uh, enjoy the company of each other, very much so, and it seemed like a budding friendship grew. But that was the year beforehand, but there were many suitors before that. He wasn't really a suitor per se, more like a romantic partner.
Were there any suitors who were more obsessed about your sister than Hagiwara?
His obsession only came after she died.
Well, yes, but
as
like
you say.
same level, same energy. Was there anyone else?
None of the other suitors, no, that I know of, but a few that I don't know the names of.
Would
But
you be able to compile a list of names that you do remember?
sure.
But if it's really just Hagiwara, then that's a list in and of itself.
Yeah, but like
there's
other people you can talk to about her would be nice.
True.
A white-haired man named Akito, long white hair, was one I remember Akito.
Okay,
Was one
is
I
it with
remember
an O or an
particularly.
A? Your accents are weird.
Akito.
Thank you.
He often visited. He reminded me of a fox, really. He was always fun to be around. But that was the person before Hagiwara. But the night that all happened, I was in town when I heard a ruckus in the village square, where there was a lot of yelling and ringing of bells, like the big bell in the center of town, like when something is wrong. And I believe it started raining. And That's when I found out that my sister, they announced, I didn't even get to see it, but the officials in the town announced on a crier that she had killed herself.
Right.
I didn't think so, so I ran home to try to find out what happened, and there were a lot of officials around that would not let me inside.
Right.
They wouldn't let you in your own house?
No. And it wasn't long before the cursed forest encroached on the area and consumed the house, forever preventing me from. I went to the priest to try to tell him that I didn't believe what they had said and what he had said, that she took her own life. She would never do such a thing. But there was, at times, the cursed forest approaching and getting closer to the house before that. It could be related to that, I'm not sure. But I always suspected that she was killed, not.
So the forest was an issue before her death.
Oh, yes. The forest has been around 5 or as long as almost I can remember, really.
But it didn't start encroaching until your sister was, well, at least encroaching into where you lived until after the incident with your sister.
Yes. It was close. Nice. It was on the north side anyway. But yes, I always felt like those were linked.
But it was encroaching on other places before that.
A few houses north of ours, yes, were destroyed before that.
Well, we do appreciate the information.
Well, if you could find out what really happened to her, I would be forever indebted to you.
I mean, if we find anything, we're definitely not going to leave you out of the loop.
Even if it's bad news. Even if she did actually...
it will all be bad. Sorry.
Yeah. If that's the truth, we'd rather you have peace of mind to know that that's the facts. Because right now it seems you do not have peace of soul because you don't know the truth. Though speaking of your soul, would you mind too terribly much if I touched your shoulder with a jaw, like just a
Is it the Momo mallet?
Yeah, we want to hear the noise.
Oh,
and
you
we're
know
starting
it.
to ask before we do it now because we're considerate.
Yes.
Consent is important.
That was the property of the old priest of the shrine.
Well,
yes. Please. I haven't seen it in so long.
All right, so Artie takes it out and touches her shoulder with it.
Okay. It goes.
Donk.
A very loud, deep, booming sound. Dong.
Oh.
Dang.
Ooh.
My girl's got a thick soul.
By the way, does it always just make the one donk noise when it does it? Do you know what any other dongs mean? Like, what if it's like a ding or a dang?
Well, do we ever read the book that might actually detail that?
It's usually, yes, an indication of the, well, as your friend, as Lessa so lovingly put it, the thickness of soul, of spirit. Yes.
So you must have a really deep soul.
Just keeping her soul juicy.
So...
Very strong and wide.
One doesn't always like to toot their own soul, but yes.
So I got a question then. If thick souls are good, if thick souls save whatever, what about a soul that sounds more like brassy? What does that mean?
Are you speaking of Hagiwara?
Oh, absolutely. He made a funny noise when we did it.
Well, I wasn't going to say so, but...
Because Hagiwara is like metal. He stands up to a lot of pressure
That's
and
not
is hardly
good.
deformed at all.
But as a
And
leader,
like-
you need to have flexibility, and metal's not flexible.
Certain kinds are
Well,
before they break it. But
yeah.
I'm kind of worried about him, to be honest. He has not been sleeping well with what's happening, the destruction of the peach orchard and the rice fields, and famine looking more and more possible. And he's doing really all he can, and he's been doing a lot. In fact, without Hagiwara, I don't think Hino would survive.
By the way, he keeps pushing the meat on us. There's a lot of meat here. I imagine, like, with the whole famine thing, that's probably likely, but, like, who's going into the forest to get the stuff?
These are animals that each house has been raising. In fact, a lot of the animals, of the grazing animals, were being brought in from the fields where they used to graze a long time ago, before the cursed forest took over that area first. That is a limited resource for sure. We're being strangled basically between the ocean to the south that we cannot cross or fish from, and pushed against the coast by the forest itself. We are soon to run out of everything. Then it's only a matter of time.
So about your sister. You said that we found out that you have a nice wide soul. And I know it's probably impolite to like toot your horn about your own soul, but your sister is currently not accessible. So what is her soul like? Did she ever get hit with the Momo mallet?
She did. Mm-hmm.
What did it sound like?
I'm sorry.
I know.
That was
If it's too hard, it's fine. You don't have to answer.
It's okay. I was just remembering that day. It sounded like she takes a kunai out of her the bottom of her drawer. I keep this for protection, of course, ever since she died. And then she runs it across the table, like pulls it over the edge, and it makes a sing noise. Sharp, let's say. Sharp.
Well, that's not a thong.
I'm not doing it justice. Yeah.
Okay, so hers was really sharp.
Sharp sounding
Like-
donk.
Like claws.
Yes. I wanted to tell you though, how do you plan on dealing with the tiger spirit?
Well, I was
planning on
thinking,
talking to it.
yeah, we know Celestials, so, figure just ask the tiger, hey, what's your deal? Why are you
Oh.
attacking people? What do you
I
want?
thought we would try stabbing it repeatedly.
But
I
you
mean,
see,
that's kind
he's
of a last
on the island
resort.
on that.
Well,
Interesting.
he may survive, though, that approach.
We
I will say that negotiations with the tiger spirit have gone poorly before.
To be fair, I think nobody in your village really speaks Celestial, right?
The old priest did, I think.
which is probably why he's dead now.
I mean, he tried to exorcise it, so I don't think that probably went too well with the tiger. I mean, imagine if someone walked up to you and started talking to you and then, decided to try to, like, make you disappear forever, I wouldn't be a big fan.
There's
That's
a knock.
always worked for me in the past.
There's a knock at the door, and Yumi says, "Come in, come in." And it's a little girl, and she is complaining about how someone else broke her toy, and if she's asking if Yumi could break the. You mean like revenge?
The other kid's toy. Sorry, you cut out there for just a sec, AT.
You mean like revenge? My sister would have loved that. Yes, I will deal with the situation. You guys will have to excuse me. Overall, I think you should pay a visit to the peach orchard, and in fact, maybe pay a visit to my house if you're willing to. My old home, if you're willing to go up there through the forest. But
Is
yes.
there anything you need from your house? I imagine you haven't been there in a while.
There is a chest in my room.
Mhm.
If you could bring me that chest, that would be most grateful.
Yeah, if we make it up there and back in one piece, we'll bring the chest with us.
Thank you. And more importantly, the news of what happened. Be safe, though. I hear the forest is quite dangerous.
We'll do our best.
Thank you.
Forest could be lit on fire.
You know fire's not the answer to everything, right, Artie?
It actually answers a lot
Yes.
of problems, though.
But it is also one of the few things I can control in the elements that isn't out to kill me. So
Yumi
Fair enough.
leads you out. Oh, sorry, Druidcraft on what?
I was gonna check what the weather's like.
Oh, there's
It's
a
raining.
storm brewing.
Ichi looks
I
outside.
let everyone know that if we're gonna
It's
go to
raining.
the peach orchard, we will hit rain.
And then you step outside and it's raining.
Oh well, I guess
And
came
the
faster
cloud
than I thought.
Amazing. You are
And the
very
clouds.
talented.
Look
It's
dark.
Yep,
currently
that's rain.
raining. Right? Like pull the Karen from
Very talented.
Well, my Druidcraft is supposed to tell me that, like, what the current status of the weather is. So when he said brewing, it's like it should say like, no, it's raining.
There is a distant boom.
Ah, that's what it meant. It's gonna get worse.
Like if ESPN or something.
Exactly.
Now that it has started raining, the crowd is quickly dissipating around the outside, and all but the most diehard of Heroes of Hino fans are hanging out, but they're now holding their posters to Durik above their head, shedding the rain.
Wait, to clarify, there are multiple people with posters asking
my
Durek
God.
to marry them.
Yes.
Please tell me there's
multiple.
someone else with a poster for them in this crowd. It can't all just be Durek, okay?
It's
Can all just be
Durik.
No!
They like their big, thick boys.
they got an itch that only Durek can scratch.
Or reach.
As Durek is looking around, is Hagiwara in sight at all?
He is still in the barn, shoveling cow shit.
How humble.
Artie cries out to the crowd, "Hey, it's going to start thunder and lightning and very, very frightening. You may want to go inside."
Aww.
Hero of Hino trying to save your life and all.
Wait, it's just a little rain.
Okay.
Oh no, it's gonna get thunder and lightning and very, very frightening. We'll be fine, but they won't.
We'll
That just
see
means
you
the sky will
soon.
look cool.
If it's meant to be lightning, should we be going to an orchard?
Yeah, it'll be perfectly safe in your orchard. The trees will be taller than us.
Yeah, there's trees.
Yeah. It makes
Artie,
sense.
somehow, I
You
highly
see
doubt
Ichi.
that.
Ichi look at their arm up and down, go.
I have concerns.
No,
Well,
Are
you're
you
not as tall as
taller
a
or
tree, Ichi.
Yes,
Are you
I
taller
also
or shorter
have
than the
concerns.
tree? Are you taller or shorter than a tree?
Not yet.
maybe
Okay.
what about a very small tree? There are small trees. They grow up from the ground. They usually start shorter than. And Dirk is just
But
gesturing.
this is an orchard that has been devoured by a forest. There's bound to be trees that are huge. Lightning will hit those first.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not staying in this creepy place.
Nope. I'm
The
getting
orphanage.
out. No, the whole atmosphere.
Oh.
here,
Oh,
I
yeah,
just-
yeah.
They thumb towards how you are. I think I'm gonna go. And Dirk just starts walking towards the exit.
Okay, it's at the southwest side. Yeah.
Artie will fly onto his shoulder.
Okay.
And perch there.
Okay.
Lucky.
And use one of her wings to cover his face from the rain.
Oh, that's really
Aw.
considerate, actually.
Oh, I thought he said cover his face from the crowd. No questions. No questions.
No, she already got rid of
Artie
the
can
paparazzi.
bury her head into herself, so she's fine. But it's like he's the tallest and likely getting lots of rain.
True.
Okay. So are we leaving the compound, the mansion?
Yes.
All right. The party has left the mansion, and we are now in the streets of Hino, which are very quiet this time of day because of the amount of rain that's going on. Most of the crowd has dispersed. Who is leading the party here today? Who is,
Mr. Map.
Mr. Map.
I guess Dirk
Okay.
will take the lead here as we start wandering through the town towards. I believe we are going to directly towards the peach orchards. That's what we've decided.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Making our way over towards the peach orchards then.
Okay.
Do you want any rolls, or are we just able to go over there?
You could just start heading that way. Yeah.
All right.
I do want to say, anyone who's paying attention might notice Leslin occasionally, looking a little bit nervously around. If there's thunder, she, almost kind of she seems tense.
And the orchards were to the northeast?
Yep.
All right.
In this area.
Nox looks at Lesson and just...
There's a lot of areas. There's a lot of ways you can get in there, and where you get in there will depend on where I drop you on the map on the next one.
Okay.
You don't like rain, do you?
It's not so much the rain.
Are you really
Is
happy
it
when it
being
rains?
wet?
It's the lightning, actually. I'm not a huge fan. Let's just say we've been acquainted rather intimately before, and I'd rather not repeat the experience.
I see.
Like, in close encounter, or straight up, you got hit?
Would you like to see the scars?
Kinda. That's pretty badass, actually.
Well, no, how you got those
That
scars.
does actually sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I suppose I'll show you. And so she just sort of pauses and turns so that her back is to the group, kind of reaches up and pulls the back of her shirt up, and you just see this spider web of what looks like a lightning bolt mirrored down her back, and from her left shoulder area down to her right hip.
That's
You
really
see Artie
neat.
shudder.
That looks sick. I wonder if I could get a tattoo like that.
Honestly, I kind of want one myself now. Maybe not by being hit by lightning. That sounds awful, but...
Yes, that part was quite unpleasant.
Elements in general are unpleasant. Just saying.
On that note, you arrive at the peach orchard and rice fields, and right in the center, at probably the lowest point, lightning strikes.
Oh.
Ripples through. You can feel it in the ground.
Are we sure we should be here right now?
You walk into a large, dead field
just don't stand
with
there.
sunken square patches. As you come closer, you notice that the trees from the forest have grown into the field, including a giant mass of twisted and gnarled roots that are black and oozing with sap. The once neatly tended rows of rice stalks are now choked by thorny vines and those roots, leaving only a small patch of the healthy plants. In the midst of this desolation, you see a small farmhouse north, with its roof caved in and walls engulfed by the thorny vines. A sobbing farmer sits on the porch, or just off the porch, his face buried in his hands, surrounded by the remnants of his belongings scattered around him. In the distance, you hear the crash and rumble of thunderstorms and a rustling of leaves from the cursed forest, as if mocking the devastation it has wrought on this once thriving land.
The two people standing next to Nox and Ichi at that last lightning bolt, when she kind of like yelped a little bit, she also grabbed both of your arms and like I mean,
like
I would
Dorothy
say like a
fashion,
like grip, but she does have a -3 strength modifier, so
Ouch,
very
but
tightly
not
for her,
really.
but it's not gonna hurt you.
Could you not?
Nox just sort of gently pats Lessa on the shoulder in a comforting manner.
Ichi kind of brushes her hand off their arm in a not so kindly manner.
You can see her
Two
like
schools of
sort
thought.
of like forces herself to release her grip on Ichi. My apologies.
Strange customs.
I
Well,
guess
you get struck by lightning, Ichi, and tell me how you feel after.
I would be on fire.
Precisely.
All right.
Dirk
Well,
would
this
take
is
a couple
awkward.
steps forward with Artie on shoulder, I'm assuming, and go up
Yep,
towards the gentleman there and be like, excuse me, is this new damage? I thought that this place was overgrown and overrun a year ago, at least.
No. It's very new damage. He points up to the house. I was living in there yesterday.
Oh, wait, and all of this, and I just gesture out there, did it just grow out since then? Oh, I'm sorry, chap, this is not really, like, I'm just gonna go up towards him and pat him on the shoulder. Sorry about the house and all, at least you weren't inside?
I've had this has been in my...
Rolly, stop playing with your toys!
I put myself in a storm setting, and I don't know, it's a little too intense. Get myself in the mood here.
Yes, it just happened a few minutes ago.
Oh, that's
The final push. And
sorry.
you hear a crunch. There goes the chest.
Wait, what did you lose there?
Oh, just my treasure chest of belongings. Treasure. Yes.
You keep
That's-
saying treasure.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
not a
don't
quest.
understand.
No.
Who are Are you? Are you
You saw me before. Do I not
tender
look
of the
recognizable?
orchard?
I mean, it's kind of like dark and rainy, and you're wearing that big hat, so no.
I was in the tiger's den when you came in.
Oh, no, definitely don't recognize
Yes,
it.
there were many people there.
Did you happen to come in on the Peach? Because if you didn't, there's a good chance I don't recognize you at this point. I apologize.
I see. Well, I was responsible for this area. This patch was mine. This is where I grew most of my rice, per se. And you're the heroes, aren't you?
We are the heroes.
He's
yes.
kind of like he's been in just like
So
a
we've been
daze,
told.
and he's like sort of waking up now and seeing that you guys are who you are. Well, what am I sitting down like this for? And he hops up and he takes his hat off and he brushes his the dirt off of his pants and says, "Well, maybe you can do something about this if no one
Man,
else
I
can."
figured you were sitting there because you were sad about your treasure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My house, more particularly, but yes, it's a chest of family memories in there.
Well, we're planning on fixing the whole issue here. Sorry, we may have arrived a little bit late for your house, though, so it's awkward. Maybe we should have done this yesterday.
You're welcome regardless. Good
Thank
sight. Suddenly, the massive vines begin to move at a sluggish pace, creaking and cracking as they push through the dirt over the crops, spreading further. Their thick, gnarled roots churn up the soil and snap the tender stalks of rice with a sickening crunch. As they twist and turn, their tendrils reach out for anything in their path, grasping at the trunks of peach trees, of the last remaining peach trees here. And crushing them with ease. The air is filled with the sound of wood snapping and earth shifting as they slowly move their way through the field. Then, as quickly as it started, the march of the forest stops.
Nox just sort of like lifts her legs up, like trying to avoid any of the roots that are like like it's something, as if it's something slimy she doesn't want to touch.
Alessa's gonna Eldritch Blast one.
Okay. Which one are you attacking?
Good question. The one that is, well, one of these ones that's coming at me.
Okay, you can make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
If I can get to that part of my sheet. 15.
Okay, that's a hit. You can roll for damage.
Woo! 4.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if I had any additional. I think there's something that I can add damage. Oh, Agonizing Blast. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your Charisma modifier to the damage it deals on a hit. So plus 3.
Okay,
not bad.
So 7.
Okay. As the Eldritch Blast hits the vines, there's a brief moment of stillness as they shudder and shake, exposing and blast open, essentially, almost as if they're recoiling from attack. However, the root rather in this case, quickly recovers, seemingly undeterred. Within seconds, the injured part of the vine starts to regenerate. You see those blue tendrils inside of it slithering around in very small tendrils that wrap around the scarred tissue, healing it almost as if the damage was never done.
Do the plants seem like the sort that we encountered in our very brief convergence in the forest back in our home plane?
Yes, very much so.
All right. Let's roll them for interest.
The farmer kind of leaps aside when you do that. That won't help.
So I see.
Oh man, you know everyone is tiger spirit this, tiger spirit that. This is the real problem.
So
This
you're
is what-
saying we heard that the forest was a problem before the tiger spirit, but where
Everyone,
exactly
you know-
did that come from? Do you know? When did this start and why?
This has been an ongoing issue for many years. We are now reaching a point of no return, if you will, where the forest will begin to cause the death of every person in Hino. Everyone you've met there so far, including yourselves, me, my family that is staying at the inn, and everyone in it will eventually die in one way or another because of this forest. We're in a far more danger than any of them realize. Hagiwara knows, I think, and is trying to keep its panic from setting in by doing what he can. But everyone is so focused on the tiger spirit. This is the real problem. This is here. What was your survival check for?
So Artie flies off of Thoric's shoulder and goes down to the vines, and just sensing with her druid magic, she's trying to understand, like, the desire, the goal of the roots. Are the roots in pain? Are they being egged on? Things like that.
Okay. You feel that they're just normal roots. They're just
doing
growing
root
the way
things?
they normally do. Except that you do catch on that there didn't seem to be any water inside of those active vines, and that the growth of this is very odd.
There's no water.
Who has the hammer right now? I forget. Is it Artie?
I do.
Artie has it.
Could you try the hammer on the vines?
Oh, yes. Do the vines have a soul?
A spirit.
Spirit, whatever.
It was my fault before I introduced the word soul. My bad. Just so we don't get confused later.
Right.
You whack. Okay.
I whack.
A thunder erupts from the mallet, louder than the thunderstorm itself.
Oh.
And then a lightning strikes that spot.
Is my
And you can
mallet
tell that this
okay?
is- and you can tell that this is Tesokame helping you with this.
Oh. How's Tesokame helping me?
By giving that lightning and communicating to you directly.
Okay.
But yes, it dongs very, very loudly, louder than a thunderstorm. Crack lightning. But okay,
So
Zhenarator,
maybe
eight-
Vine's
the
not
18.
dead.
Arcana check for
Just on the vines, anything that I can tell about any magical influence or what seems to be like powering them. So we noticed there wasn't any water in them. Like, is it a magical?
Do the vines kind of die where they got donged? Enlightening.
hang on just a second. Let me pay off the Arcana. Yes, the Arcana tells you succeed. The Arcana check tells you that they are being guided by some ethereal magic, but you're not sure of what kind. Even you're unsure of what exact magic is causing this. or you just know that it is supernatural, is not in nature.
Mhm.
Artie would also like to communicate to the group that it appears that whatever this is, it's not like artificial.
And so also, when the lightning struck, it basically did it abate the vines, killing it where it was.
So the lightning did not, but when you donged it, that area turned black underneath the mouth.
Well, get donging.
So is that a good sign?
All I know is that wasn't me. That was
Yep.
Tasakame, who is apparently saying that the vines are bad, but like alive.
We kind of
one
already
of the
figured
gods.
that out.
Right, but like
There are too
like
many.
all nature's. Yeah, well, like all nature's like independent of itself. It's not necessarily nice. Like all of nature's not nice, but like these are like different.
There are too many
There-
of them for you to destroy all of them with the Momo mallet.
I mean, I
So there must
tried.
be some central place that these roots are coming
Oh.
from.
I mean,
that would be the tough one.
I was just gonna say, looking at it, do the roots like this seems like it's like a root system that's coming from a source, right?
Yeah, all of these roots that are growing out are coming from the cursed forest, the edge of the cursed forest, up to the north. Yeah.
Maybe if we just get to the edge of the forest and give it a good donk there, it'll kill everything downstream of it.
It's just gonna regrow back if you don't actually kill the source.
Well, then
It's like a weed.
Go into the forest then and see which bits are causing it and do some donking there then.
I mean, I'm always up for a good donking, but aren't we supposed to be finding something about the tiger spirit?
Well, yeah, but that's over in the forest. That was on
Perhaps
the
they
edge
are
where the
one and the
forest
same.
ruined. So
Well,
we
maybe
could do
this guy knows where the house is.
What
That's a
house?
good point.
What are you looking for?
Yumi's old home.
Oh, well, several homes were destroyed year by year further north. Yeah. The Hino used to be, or my peach orchard used to be in probably the top third of the village.
Sir, pretend we have no idea what directions are.
He points. Just follow the vines. They don't lead you directly to that house, but they'll lead you through the cursed forest. If you go from here just north, maybe maybe a quarter of a day. Walk. You'll find it.
Okay.
Angry Trees,
Yes.
a quick question. Where do I
Yes.
see that mouse scurry off to?
You see that mouse scurry off to the west. It ran from out in the house, from out of the house to your right. That's now in forest, and it's scurrying away to the left here to the west.
I just look at Artie. I don't want to be rude. But it's sort of an owl thing. Can you catch that mouse over there? And I point out there's a mouse that's just scurrying away from the ruins.
Okay. Artie flies up and does owl things.
I don't
Okay.
know if it's rude. Is it rude to ask an owl to like attack a mouse? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Are you gonna
Racial profiling.
are you gonna attempt to attack it or?
I'm going to attempt to pick it up.
Okay.
Grapple.
Well, with my claws, yeah.
Yeah. You wanna
I
roll?
mean,
for it?
I have talons for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to roll just a strength check.
Would it be strength
boy.
or would it be dexterity? Because I would be like zooming.
That's a good question.
And it's not like a mouse is heavy.
Usually grapple checks are done with what? Strength or dex, I guess, because you could use acrobatics.
I think they're usually strength, but
yeah.
I mean,
I think I think the rule is that to do one you do a strength check, but to evade you can either do
a
strength,
dex.
yeah, or strength or dex, athletics, acrobatics.
Yeah. So that's right. Yeah. So you make an attack. I see, a melee attack, and then you get to decide. You make a strength check that's contested by the target's strength or dex check. Yeah, to prevent it.
okay, because it's just weird. Because when birds of prey are, it's a dive. So I'm fine doing. I can do both. Actually, both might make more sense.
Do you have an attack that uses dex?
I've got all of my attacks currently use dex.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you want to just make an attack, a melee attack with dex, that's fine.
Don't think I have melee as an attack though. So I'll just.
What would you use for a basic melee attack, like an attack of opportunity?
I have like my dagger. I'll just roll my dagger.
Okay, that works. Nice. That's a hit. So it's gonna roll to try to prevent that. Ooh. But it's a mouse, so +2, 19. So technically you do catch it. You are able to grapple it. However, it does die from the initial attack, but you could choose to knock it unconscious if you want to.
I'm gonna knock it unconscious.
Okay, cool. All right, and you successfully make the grapple.
Right.
Okay.
I fly it over to Durek.
I look at it and I'm saying, "That's adorable," and I put out my hand to grab it.
Okay.
All right, and I drop it into his hand.
I was curious. Oh, thanks.
And Durek just grabs it and says, "I'm gonna keep you, Mr. Mouse," and just tucks him in a pocket.
Okay.
All right.
Artie goes back to his shoulder.
Perfect.
Lessa is thoroughly perplexed by why this like sudden mouse hunt happened.
So that happened. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll nature, I think, to see if there's anything like kind of weird about that mouse. 21.
I have a survival check to pay off first.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. Survival check, Spoonee?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to roll survival to basically see, can I discern the actual direction that he pointed us? And, like, sort of navigate my way around the vines without, like, tripping all over them?
Yes. If you get into combat in the vines, this will be considered difficult terrain. FYI.
Okay.
So it will take a minute to walk up there. But yes, he points up to the top of the center of the map to the north.
Okay. So, like, here, or...?
No, sorry. If you zoom way out, it's at the very, very top.
Oh. Ha ha ha!
Okay. Okay. Now the nature check for 21. What were you trying to?
Yeah, trying to figure out what is up with this mouse. Is it like a normal mouse? Why are they both so suddenly interested in it? Like, what is happening here?
It is
I'm the
normal...
only one interested in it, but yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Durek, if you want to, or I can tell Zhenarator about the mouse.
Oh, I was gonna say, it ran over my feet, and I was just like,
Revenge.
would grab it for me so that I could have a very nice map. Little tiny mouse house back in the village. Ask if they have one available for it. And I'm just holding the unconscious.
Oh. You're breaking up, Dag, but it's really funny because it fits perfectly.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I wonder if Dag's Discord froze.
No.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, wait.
You're
Maybe?
back.
Correctly.
So,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I
but
can
you are
hear
frozen.
you.
Okay, perfect.
Weird.
Oh, there it goes. Oh,
Okay.
video's
It
good.
caught back
That's
up.
so weird. I'm sorry.
No,
Can
no,
you
no,
hear me
it's
now,
fine.
though?
We can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you
we can
and
hear
see
you
fine
now.
now.
Okay. No, all I was like, seems like a real.
What is going on with that?
Man.
Jeez.
Discord really doesn't want you to say that line.
Yeah.
No jokes. No jokes.
All right. He's gonna try again. Okay.
I'm just popping out and in and
Ah.
seeing if that works. No, not working.
No, actually, you're
look-
fine now.
Yeah, you're
I'm fine. Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
So bizarre.
At the
Okay.
moment, but as soon
Okay.
as you try to say it again,
About
we'll
the
see.
mouse. Yeah.
Again, I will try one last time. Oh, it ran over my feet, and I was like, that was a really fine mouse, and I kind of wanted to have a mouse. So I asked Ari if she wouldn't mind getting it, did a little bit of a bonk over the head, and I was going to bring it back to town and put it in a little mouse house.
Oh, like a pet.
No, like a tiny little person that, you keep around to make you feel good because they're tinier than you.
Oh.
Hey,
So,
maybe
like,
touch them every now and then, give them little bits of food, make them happy,
Aren't we
Does he have a
all
name?
tinier than him?
Well, yeah, but I can't have you. For some reason,
we
it's
his-
socially acceptable for me to keep the mouse, but not other smaller people's.
Are we his pets?
No, that's not appropriate.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not
Derek,
opposed to not
I have a
having to
very
walk.
I have a very serious question for you, Derek. It's incredibly important.
Yes.
What is your definition of pets?
What do you mean? I didn't bring up anything about pets. That was that one over there, and I point to Nas.
Yes, but it's important to me to know what you think a pet is.
Well, you put them in a little tiny house for them, and then you let them do fun things like live inside the tiny house. And you give them food, and maybe every now you give them a little scritch on the cheek,
Mm-hmm. And is that not what you just described doing for the mouse?
Yeah, that's what I do for the mouse.
Right, so when we call your mouse a pet, what was wrong with it?
Nothing. I just don't want to be associated with her definition of pets. She makes them fight each other for funsies.
What?
Oh, yes, no,
What are you talking about?
You're the one over there trying to get chickens to beat each other up.
I don't want the chickens to beat each other up, Durik.
Then
I
why
want
do
to
you
save
wanna
the
get one of
chicken.
chickens that beat each
I
other
want to
up?
save the chicken. You think if I told them that I wanted to save the chicken, they would let me save the chicken? No, they want to fight the
Probably.
chickens.
I don't know. You should be straightforward. I thought we do the thing where we just tell each other what we're doing all the time. I'm very
All right.
confused.
Well, to clarify, I would like to rescue a chicken.
Only one chicken?
Well, preferably as many, but I can't really carry more than one chicken. What am I gonna do with like 30 chickens?
Well, you could put them on little chicken leashes and have a bunch of them follow you around. And if you teach them really good, they could all fly at once and then lift you off the air. Wait, can chickens fly good?
Yes,
Wait.
they can fly, but not good.
Oh, then,
No.
okay, so
But
they
if
can
you
pull
got-
you off the ground
wait.
for a little bit, like a moment.
But if you got
and then-
30 of them, maybe they would be good enough together.
that sounds like a good idea. You should
Okay,
save
new
all the
plan.
chickens and do it.
We save all the chickens, I get to fly.
Yes, that's the plan.
Did that one thunder sound like a lion?
I heard a tiger.
Raw.
Or-
It's time to go. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a good day.
Oh my.
I think
Are
she
there
was ushering us
bears? Are
along.
there bears
The
here?
farmer
So we
just
have lions,
starts
tigers,
hauling
and bears.
ass out.
I think
Why
God
is
was
he
ushering us
running
along.
away?
Well,
was
I
that
mean,
question,
assuming that.
No, I think God is ushering us along.
You heard what sounded like a thunder happen simultaneously as a tiger roar.
Oh, so the tiger isn't our enemy. Thank you, Tasakame.
That sounds about right. And Dirk is just going to
Alright,
start making his way up towards the house, mouse in hand.
As you do
And
that,
already on shoulder.
suddenly an ethereal blue tendril slithers up from the cursed vine. resembling a snake, and it strikes at the mouse in your hand.
No! Can I shield the poor mouse?
But you could attempt to, yeah. In reaction, yeah.
Yeah, I just clutch him to my chest, trying to keep him away from the vine.
Okay. The vine appears to pierce through. The ethereal vine appears to pierce through your hand and into the mouse.
No.
You hear a squeal, and the tendril recoils and pulls out the spirit inside the mouse. Squeezing with increasing force, it wraps around until the celestial creature begins to bulge, letting out a pitiful squeak.
No, can I slash at the tendril?
Sure.
Let's see here.
I
I
do
will
that. Try it then.
take the comma and slash out at it.
Okay, is the comma magical?
It is not magical.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's going to go straight through.
It goes straight through. Yes.
No! Wait,
do get-
Audie!
Already on it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Already on it or already on it?
Nox yells out at the root, "You rat bastard!"
I also hit it for 20. Like my hit dice is a 24. Does that hit?
Okay. Yes, it hits.
Okay.
The creature
so then I
succeeds
deal-
on the Constitution saving throw.
Does it succeed?
It does succeed.
Okay.
However, you hitting it knocked it off, and the mouse spirit leaps back into the mouse.
Is the mouse alive? Oh,
I-
Grasps in Durik's hand.
okay.
Can I use Chill Touch to grab?
Just a second.
I think
We
Spoonee
just
was
have
also
Nox.
trying to insult
Yeah.
the...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I yelled at
Vicious
the
mockery.
root that it's a rat bastard
Okay.
as vicious mockery.
Okay.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 14.
Okay. It succeeds. And one ethereal vine spins around, looking at you, Nox, and then launches itself at you, going in through your
Oh.
mouth.
I'm sorry, what?
Going in through your mouth.
Huh.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't like that. I hate that for you.
Oh boy! And now I finally get the garbage roll of the night on.
did
Dread
yeah, okay.
creeps up your spine.
An
The
8.
trees around you seem to twist and shift, their gnarled branches reaching out to grab at you. Your heart races as you try to push forward, but the weight of the forest, the weight of whatever is inside of you, is pulling you down, making every step feel like an eternity. It's like you're walking through a nightmare, and the longer you try to move, the deeper you sink. You are cursed by the forest.
What do you keep getting?
You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and attacks against you have advantage.
Awesome.
Silvery bar. No.
Okay. So question.
Yes.
You said that this is like, it's not a root, but it's like a spirit
It's the spirit
version
of the root. Right.
vine. Okay.
Moving and very quickly,
Okay.
moving very fast. Yeah.
Can I use Chill Touch to try to grab the root that is like currently in Nox's mouth and just like yank it back out?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that then.
The ranged spell attack.
Meanwhile, Nox is like trying to stomp on the roots as she is sort of stuck in this nightmarish view of them
Yep.
all.
Yes, you succeed.
Okay, it's going
grabbing
to
it
take
and ripping it
1d8 necrotic damage from
Okay.
Well,
that. Which is
Okay.
1, but it can't regenerate health until my neck. Well, I mean, we're not in turn order,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I got you.
I was gonna say
Okay.
maybe not donk it, perhaps, with it attached to her face.
But yeah, I mean, I guess just like enough to
pull it
try
out.
to rip it out of her mouth.
Okay.
Get out of there.
Yeah, that succeeds. It was about to pull back, so you successfully pull it out, and it dematerializes and kind of becomes corporeal.
Oh.
And vanishes.
Incorporeal.
Incorporeal. And vanishes.
Nox, you okay?
Nox just kind of like, sort of nervously laughing, takes the lute off of her back and just gently plays a few notes to herself. No lyrics, no singing, just like little notes.
To everyone else, that sounds like you're playing little notes, like playing on the lute itself.
Yeah.
Okay. To everyone else, it sounds like a normal playing. However, to you, it sounds like miniature, tiny screams coming off the notes.
Can I get an idea? I can't envision that. Can I get an idea what that sounds like, Angry Trees?
Sure. There you go.
Excellent.
With more
Oh,
excellent
God.
ahs in there. Yeah. So that is
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. The mouse survived. It is enduring.
Small victory.
Should we maybe
Nox
like
drops
get
her
moving?
lute and is now sort of kneeling on the ground with her hands on her head.
We don't really have a
Oh.
way to deal with that. I don't think.
Yeah.
My connection with Tasakame isn't strong enough for me to ask her for help with this.
Tough luck, kid. Getting cursed is your lot in life.
Suddenly, a cacophony of cracking and snapping fills the forest as you realize that it begins to grow again and move slightly.
Waiting around for
growing
this.
again.
Dirk does not want the poor mouse to be attacked again. Entirely ignoring Nox's poor plight here, and starts moving forward up towards to get things done.
Okay. Already still on his shoulder, so she's coming along.
Okay.
Moving up.
All right. As you move up, you see that to the far south, the villager has stopped and is looking back at you, watching. And he kind of like puts his hand over his eyes and shakes his head and turns around and keeps going back into Hino.
Yeah, we dumb. It's okay.
Yep.
Are we ready to move to the next map? Is everyone?
If everyone's okay with it.
Yeah.
If Nox needs to deal with trauma or turn around, that's also reasonable.
Yes.
Nox?
I mean, Nox is literally seeing basically the entire forest as a nightmare right now, so...
I have an idea. All right. Ichi looks at Nox for a moment and then pulls out the wineskin, or like the flask skin full of like the blue water, and suggests,
Here, try this.
and has her take a drink. So look at that.
What does the blue water look like to me?
It just looks like the blue water before.
So it looks normal.
It looks normal.
Okay. I take a small swig of the water.
Good idea, but nothing happens.
Well, darn.
Oh, I'm probably more hydrated than the forest. Thanks, Ichi.
And I hand it back.
Hydration is important, or so I'm told.
Okay. Sorry, I'm on a different map here. Okay, there we go. Is everyone entering or going up to the north there?
I guess.
I am going to attempt to do so.
Okay. You notice that there is a small, one-person wide gap into the forest. A small trail.
Neat.
Who's going in first?
Not me.
Dirk looks around and shrugs and says, and it's the lead.
the lag, sorry, but the lag is so like perfect. It like
It just keeps cutting you off at like exactly where you're.
the right spots. Yeah.
Well, if you can hear me, wonderful. If not,
It looks like it's clearing up now.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. This is so strange.
It's weird. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even going to say what I'm going to do. You know that I'm going first. There you go.
Right.
If I try to say it in any other way, it'll lag. We know this.
No jokes allowed.
Who is second?
I'm on his shoulder, so that would be me.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. Who is
You can bring
third?
up the ear or the rear.
Yeah,
Ichi's
Nox
in the
would
back.
probably be right in front of Ichi then.
Okay. And Lessa in the center.
Yes, please.
Okay.
The very squishy filling of this hero sandwich.
All right.
Oh
As
boy.
you step into the forest, the air sags and strangles each breath. Sunlight is blocked by the dense canopy of twisted and gnarled trees that loom over you. Setting the woods in a perpetual twilight. The branches seem to reach out for you with wicked fingers, while the leaves rustle and whisper amongst themselves in a language you can't understand. The ground beneath your feet is soft and spongy. The smell of decay and rot fills your nostrils. You take a deep breath and taste the foulness of the air. It's as if the forest is alive and it's feeding off your fear and unease. Shadows seem to deepen, and the trees close in around you, blocking out the peach orchard behind you and any hope of escape.
Nice.
Artie feels. It's like it appears twilight, right?
It does.
So then Artie feels more at ease.
Okay. As
I
if
mean,
you've been.
granted, it smells gross, but like,
Gotcha. Does everyone see the handout?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cute little picture.
You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. It's as if the forest is alive and aware of your presence, and it's waiting for the right moment to move in. You grip your weapons tightly, your heart racing with fear and excitement. The cursed forest is a dangerous place, and you know that you'll need to be on your guard if you hope to make it out alive. You shudder at the thought of what else might be lurking in the shadows. Roll intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh.
I can't wait.
Good.
14.
That's right there. Where'd my sheet go?
A 6.
Intelligence
And Nox rolls a 1.
Hey! That's on point for the current situation.
I'm gonna die.
This is one of those situations, Spoonee, where, well, You can't be more cursed than you are. So,
Yay!
Oh.
Cool. I'm so cursed it doesn't matter anyway.
Durek
Mm-hmm.
and Generator.
Oh.
Dread creeps up your spine. The trees seem to twist and shift, their gnarled branches reaching out to grab at you. Your heart races as you try to push forward, but the weight of the forest is pulling you down, making every step feel like an eternity. It's like you're walking through a nightmare, and the longer you stay, the deeper you sink. You are now cursed by the forest. Attacks will have disadvantage, and attacks against you will have advantage while inside of the forest.
Forever?
While
we're cursed.
inside the forest, and you're cursed, yeah.
Let's
I hate
get
that.
this done with and get out.
Oh, are you guys seeing what I see now? Nox is just like hugging her loot to her chest.
Durek is gonna start walking forward. No real pretense of being stealthy or whatnot. Like the forest already sees him all around, so he's just moving
Also,
forward.
are we supposed to be able to see anything at all?
Yes.
I can't.
In the south? Are you on the...
I literally see
she's in-
Am I the only one who
complete
can actually
darkness.
see?
I can see stuff.
Okay.
Spoonee, you... Okay. Let me look here.
Does everyone... Oh, right.
I only see a little
As
circle.
an action.
Mhm.
As an action, I give everyone
Hey!
vision.
Okay.
Let there be visible light.
Can that cursed condition is that coming from like a charm? Would that be considered being charmed?
Nope, it is its own condition, cursed.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
I have a saving throw, like I have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end charmed conditions, it does not apply to that.
It does not.
I don't think the
It would be a
forest is
curse.
trying to flirt with you, Generator, but good try.
Well,
No, it's her...
no.
Yeah. What's up? I heard...
I gave everyone sight, AT.
Yeah, no. Something else. Sorry, was someone interrupted there? I thought I heard a voice. Someone say something. Nope, we're good.
No,
Okay,
don't think so.
sorry.
I think we're good.
I'm fixing tokens, so
Makes sense.
half a sec.
Sorry,
I
my
can see
spell
now.
is very...
What's up?
I know my vision thing is very tedious, and I'm sorry.
No, it's
Thank
okay.
you.
It's okay. Can everyone see now?
I can see.
Yes.
Is it supposed to be like a little spotlight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiply that by 10 for feet. We're in a huge forest. Yeah. Okay. Shared dark vision lasts for 1 hour. Okay. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
So, what do you guys need?
I say we hurry to the house and get back.
Strong agreement, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna start walking forward on that regard or in that way.
I'm just gonna follow you guys and, try to be fine. This is fine. Music sounds like screaming. This is fine.
I'm just looking over there. Is there anything like this path seems like it just goes off a little bit and then ends at the edge of the forest again?
You could make a check, perception check, maybe, or
Alright.
investigation if you'd like to.
Perception's fine.
Okay.
That's a
Mm.
3.
Damn, those are some trees.
Yeah. The root wriggles around your feet. That's all you notice.
I'm just gonna kick it off and go back on the other path because it seems like it just ends.
Okay. You get the hint that, there was something there.
Sure.
Survival check.
I'm trying to see if there's any indication on the path or whatever around that, like, this is where this person's house is or was.
You do notice that there is a old sign that has been grown over and wrapped around in vines and roots.
Okay.
And that this particular home, whose entrance you were previously at, belonged to the Kimura family.
Does anyone remember what Yumi's last name is?
I don't think we ever found that out, honestly.
You did not.
Really?
Nope.
Nope,
Jerks.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep walking this way.
Well, that could be Yumi's house, if that's her last name. Off we go.
Off we go. Da-da-da-da.
Should we not inspect this house?
If you think it's the right one. But if you don't...
Shura. I'm gonna, I guess, see if I can see anything else. That's a 15.
You notice here that there's a small rock on the ground that has been painted on the name Sugiyama.
This is not particularly helpful. I mean, we could try going in all the houses, or go deeper.
Perhaps we should start with what's closest. That way we only go as deeply into the forest as we need.
Let's check out the wooden house and the stone house then. And then if it's neither of these with the precious treasure box, we can continue down the path. But if it is one of these, then we can just go back faster.
Okay, I just hate being here, and I'd really like to find the right house. Not gonna some creepy house. That's the wrong house.
I mean, Ichi, are you fine? I'm fine.
If we don't know her name, we must inspect every house.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine. And Dirk is already up here, is going to start walking down that path towards whatever home is there.
Okay. As you begin to walk down that path, from the corner of your eye, you catch glimpses of movement, fleeting shapes darting between the shadows.
Oh, there's things in the trees. You're all seeing them, right?
Let's see them better. Everyone okay with seeing them better?
Sure.
Do I have a choice?
Well, maybe not.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh. Goddamn fairy fire.
For the purpose of chat, hi chat, I just cast fairy fire.
That's true. We
Where I
should
saw
mention
movement.
that.
Yeah, because you guys can't see what I just did. But yeah,
Oh, that's so many dexterity checks.
I'm sorry.
holy crap!
Alright, that's 25d20.
Yeah.
What does
Yeah, you see all
316 mean?
Like, what?
There's
There
probably
is-
lots of little spirits everywhere.
There are many things in the trees.
Yeah.
Great, I
Many-
hate it. I didn't.
many
You know
dice.
what? I take it back. I didn't want to know.
Nope, nope, nope. Well, I did the thing, so. Ah!
A rainbow kaleidoscopic
Nice.
All the
light
lights.
shines out from every direction in a 25-foot cube or 20-foot cube around you. The trees are illuminated by every speck on their branches. And it's almost blindingly bright.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay, is there any
Right.
chance you could turn that off? I changed my mind!
So it's just illuminating the tree trunks, right?
There are things on the trees and around the trees that are being illuminated by this. Yeah, they're outlined in all kinds of variously weird shapes.
What type? Like, are they like oobleck-like shapes, or are they like animal-like shapes?
They're insect shapes. There's arachnid shapes. There are
They're probably
oblong
fine.
egg shapes. There are goo-like shapes.
I hate all of this.
And then one giant outline of a tree shape.
Okay.
Just one tree.
It's a fake
full
tree.
range.
Okay, so I am now satisfied that everything around us that's moving is like bug and or forest creature. And I drop fairy fires so everyone's not blinded.
You reach
So we're not alone.
the foundation of a house, completely destroyed. There is not even any wood pieces anymore, but just stone that had been gathered from the nearby river that lays here now.
As the wood has been swept away, or the wood just up and left.
Carried away.
On a roll of 22, do I see a chest anywhere? A chest that's looking
You
abandoned that might say Yumi on it.
You see
somewhere.
5 other chests.
Do I see a plot flag?
You see 5 other chests.
5.
5 chests?
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, 5 other chests.
Mimics.
Do
Just
any of them say...
of the bodies around you? Sorry. bad
Okay.
joke. Bad
Ha! Got him.
joke. You see no chests.
But
Swing and a miss.
So, if this isn't the right house, well, even if it is the right house, I don't think we're finding much here. It's just stones and bits.
Yes, I don't see the chest that Yumi spoke of.
Nope, nope, I'm walking away. Nope.
Wait, no, 'cause they want to go check the other one back the other way. And
This one's technically closer now, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're getting closer to the exit this way.
Yeah, but it'll make it that much better, you know, if this is the house and we can leave sooner and we don't have to walk out and then back in and then out and back in and out and in and out and in.
We'll have to go back in further to find the house. We haven't found it yet, correct?
Ichi complete and unperturbed by all the bugs and things they just saw.
Yeah.
If you're being sarcastic, Ichi, I don't understand it!
Perhaps we should go back to the first house. That way, if it is at the first house, that's as far as we have to go, rather than blundering around in the forest.
Did you say blundering or blundering?
Blundering.
Yes, let's blend the forests.
Does it blend?
Does the forest blend?
So like a rogue.
Going back. Which
Yeah,
way?
we're gonna go check the first house. Dirk's
Yes.
already down there.
Yep.
Nox does not want to at all, but she has no plans to separate from the party.
Okay. Ichi going down that way too?
Yep. Let's get my character. Yep.
Okay.
There we go. Bring up the rear. Ah.
Oh.
How
Oh,
about this? How about this?
this feels more correct.
So we
How
head
about-
down the path and
After
Does it?
slowly trudging
I
through the
don't
dense
know.
forest,
That seems like a pile of bones.
you find yourself on the edge of a clearing.
Enhance.
It's 50 feet from side to side where the forest seems unable to grow. The air is scented with a sweet smell of freshly cut grass, and you can see wispy tendrils of blue attempting to push into the circle clearing.
Oh, this is a good
unable.
place.
This might be the correct place. Let's go check.
I'm going straight in. The forest's not in there. This is good.
Oh, I don't see a house. Do you see a house? She said
Yeah,
a
but I'd
house.
rather be
It
in
was
there
a
than
house.
out there. Dirk is just walking straight towards the center of this large clearing.
Okay. Nothing happens. You notice as you come up. At the geometric center of the clearing, a pile of bones lies scattered on the ground.
How about that?
Huh.
Does a 15 nature roll help me understand anything about this clearing?
14 nature roll.
It's 15 with Jack of all trades.
Okay, 15 nature roll tells you that the corruption of the forest is unable to grow into this clearing.
For a good reason or bad reason?
Artie has a theory.
Can I Arcana check 22 to see if there's a magical reason why the roots can't enter here?
There does appear to be a reason.
Can I like inspect these bones a bit?
Arcana related. Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah, what are you targeting specifically? I can
Well,
give you...
like kind of the center, because it seems to be kind of like radiating out from this center. So
Right.
she's kind of gonna come over here and look at the bones to see if she can tell anything about the bones, if they're part of this or if they're creating kind of this atmosphere. What's
What's their
Very
deal?
quickly, I just wanted to ask, can I clearly see that there are bones from back here?
No, because it's on kind of the crest of a hill.
Okay.
I couldn't really model that for line of sight to prevent
Okay.
you from seeing that. So, yeah, this is on the crest of a hill, basically. Are you coming in? Are you coming up here?
Guys?
Oh yeah.
Hello?
There's
there a
no
house up-
forest up here? You can come on up. There's just
there a
bunch of
house?
bones. No, it's
Wait.
just bones.
Bones?
Yeah, there's bones up here.
What kind of bones?
Well, I don't know.
I'm figuring.
Do they look people-like?
I'm figuring that out.
They look like animal and human. Yes.
Oh, it's a mix. There's some, maybe like a deer in there, a little bit of a
There's a
bird
couple of
one,
birds,
a human.
Do
Yeah.
you not, Derek? Do you have any medical training?
I mean, no, but I could probably try anyway and act like I know what I'm doing if you want.
Sure. I'm gonna try that first. If I don't do so well, then you give it a shot. One of us has to
Absolutely.
be correct.
What are you trying to figure out?
Before
My
you do
medical
that-
role is to figure out like what kind of bones. Is this like a woman's bones and a tiger bones by any chance?
Oh.
Before you do that,
Something's charging.
Nox, make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Cool. A
Oh.
9.
You feel an unsettling chill run down your spine. Everyone does. You're being
Nice.
pulled toward the center of the clearing, and you realize with horror that you've passed through an invisible barrier. Your body is yanked by an invisible force to the very center of the clearing.
Oh, goody.
So my Arcana check didn't warn me about any of this. I didn't find out anything from my Arcana check.
This occurred between Nox's roll and your nature check, or your Arcana check. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. It yanked you towards the center.
Does
Those
that deal
bones
me
in
any
the
damage?
center- It does, actually. Good call. You were yanked furthest. Thank you for keeping that straight.
You know,
it's fine. I'm gonna die anyway, so I might as well lean into it.
Yeah.
You take 11 damage.
Awesome.
As you collide into the grass and are yanked up.
Dope.
Okay.
Bones are never good, Durik.
Then you feel a release. As if whatever moved you to the center has let go. Okay. The Arcana check.
There's magic here.
Catch up. There's magic. Yeah, magic afoot.
Guys, I think there's magic happening.
There might be magic. Maybe.
Really?
There
Really?
appears to be enchantment magic on this hill. Related specifically to movement impairing magic.
All right.
Okay. So it's likely going to keep us from leaving.
So we're all at the center. Dirk is going to try to take a step down the hill, just like a single step, and see if there's any feeling there.
No feeling.
Oh. No, you can move. It's okay. I take another step.
Okay. No feeling.
See? It's normal. And then Dirk walks back up.
Okay. I love that you're the one testing this.
Yeah.
Because as you get further from the outside, you feel like there's a tiny bit stronger of a tug, almost as if it's a little bit harder to take the next step than it was the previous step.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's totally normal. Everything makes sense. I'm just going to keep... See? And push forward another step.
Okay. With each step, your speed decreases.
Artie,
I'm
can
usually
you fly
better at
up?
walking.
It is like a what sort of like decay do they call it? Logarithmic decay.
Yeah.
Can you fly up,
Good.
Artie?
Yeah. Logarithmic decay.
Artie should be on his shoulders still.
Okay. And your medicine check. Let me pay that off real quick.
Yeah.
What were you targeting specifically?
Oh, the bones. I wanted to know if it was like a female and a tiger, or if I could recognize the creatures.
There are all sorts of creatures. There's birds. There's there are deer. There's a dryad bones there. Some of them have impact damage.
Okay.
And
Did it look like they received the damage from like external source, or from like literally what happened to us? We got sucked in.
You are unsure.
Okay. I relay this information to the group.
Okay.
All right.
Did it seem like, maybe connected to my Arcana check, did it seem like there was a point where once we had stepped to that point, there's, like, can I tell how far out we'd have to go to, like, break out of this? Because, like, it wasn't pulling us from the pathway,
right?
But it was like at some point we hit the event horizon. So where is that?
You are unsure. Though you could test it if you would like by moving around.
Okay.
Nox, detect magic.
Yeah, I want to use detect magic as a ritual and see if I can see where the source of whatever this is that pulled me in is.
Well, wait. I would say, are we gonna do it because that will be what, 10 minutes? We're gonna be here for 10 minutes.
I mean, we could try. Other people could do things while you're casting it. If she's casting it,
All right.
sure.
All right. I just want to make sure you want to be here for 10 minutes before we unless we try something a little immediate before that happens. So.
I mean, I can burn a spell slot on it.
Yeah.
It's...
Okay.
But yeah, obviously you can start virtual casting. Just want to make sure we're okay with that.
Can I tell, about where in moving out from the center am I starting to, like, like feel pulled back almost.
Yeah, the next ring, you feel like you can tell that there's an audible that there's a little maybe string attached to your foot, pulling you back towards the center a little bit.
Okay,
And with
so
each
at this
step-
point, this is where it starts to like.
Right,
kind
your
of-
speed is halved there.
Okay.
Looking
Um,
down. Oh, go. Sorry.
So, Lessa's gonna like push out as far as she kind of
Okay.
can here.
All right, yeah, keep going.
So here, does she start to like?
Your speed is 10.
Pull? Okay.
You're getting
Alright.
even stronger. Pull. Yep.
So from here, I'm going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport
Ooh.
30 feet from here.
Okay.
So like, way over here. Oh, it's not gonna ping.
Okay.
Way 30 feet out from where I currently am standing.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to teleport.
Whoa. Where did...
Do we see Leslin off in the distance?
I'm not sure. Her token is gone.
Yeah,
Bye.
that's
Did
why I
you
was
do
like,
that on
Bye,
purpose?
bitches.
Yeah. Did you delete it, or is
No.
it? Okay. Where did it go?
Oh, it's just off the edge of the map a little bit. Looks like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see.
She's just
All right,
chilling
gotcha.
out up here 30 feet
Okay.
away.
All right.
Because she's not gay, I don't know.
Yes, you succeed. You teleport over there, and nothing happens.
Nice. Guys, if you can make it out this far, you can make it out.
That's really good. Thank you very much, Leslin. That was very helpful.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm sure the rest of us have magic teleportation powers.
Wait, do you? If
Wow.
you do, actually, Nox, do me next, because I would appreciate getting out of here. I'm starting to think the bones are from things that wandered into the clearing and died here.
You think?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I thought maybe someone just put up here because a bone collection is kind of nice to have.
Okay, but a bone collection in the middle of a clearing is clearly suspicious.
Well, yeah, I know it's suspicious. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go in my bag, put my pack on the ground and start opening up. I'm like, I'm gonna put the bones in there so I can put them in a different clearing in town, and everyone will be very confused. And I just start packing bones inside my bag.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very cool.
You notice when you grab one that one kind of vibrates and hums. It's a femur from a human bone.
Ooh, this one's special. It jiggles. And I just
in
start
the bag.
waving it around, put it in the bag.
You want to put
Okay.
the jiggly? Here, let me bonk the jiggly ones.
Oh, there we
If
go.
you
Got
want
it.
to bonk the jiggly ones, everyone says, Durek, it's not
Oh,
fun
the
to collect bones.
terminology.
Now you just want to bonk my bones. There
I
you
didn't
go.
say it wasn't fun to collect bones. I said this is the wrong place for the bones.
Well, I had to go here to get the bones. They were here.
You're not the one who got pulled 30 feet.
I told
Probably
you to
broke
come
a
up the
rib.
hill. You wanted to be in the forest for some reason.
I didn't want to be in the forest at all.
This sounds like a you problem.
Aren't you both scared?
Fine! Nox starts walking off.
Okay. All right.
Oh, by the way,
I feel a little slower as you go.
I don't actually know how long it is until it's like 10 minutes, or if I should just say fuck it and use a spell slot.
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Did the bones glow to me?
They did not.
Before.
Nothing seems to glow.
Before anyone uses any more
Oh, wait, go
spell
ahead.
slots, if you can find out anything about the jiggly bones, are
Yep.
all of them like that, or only some? And then maybe we find out what bonking them does, because I would like to Eldritch Blast the pile of bones.
Not my bones.
So maybe
Not
if
my
there's something
bone collection!
special about some of them, maybe we like kind of figure that out. But
I
like
mean-
since Eldritch Blast is a cantrip and it doesn't use up any spell slots.
Like literally, you're watching as Dirk is like stacking bones inside his bag, and Artie did ask if she could like bonk
Yes.
the one bone, and Dirk's like sure, and just puts it off to the side while he continues
And
stacking
I don't
bones
get-
in his pack.
I
Okay.
do donk it.
Dick.
Does it
You do donk.
Does it donk?
Does it dawn? Does it dawn?
There is.
Does
How do you describe the absence of sound? There is no noise.
I touch it and it doesn't even make a tap sound. I'm like, huh. It can't be more devoid of spirit. That's fun. And I hand it back to Dirk.
Perfect. I was saving a spot in the pack for it, and I just slide it down into the what you said it was a femur?
Yep, a femur.
The femur like shaped crevasse on the corner of the bag.
Okay.
Ichi. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just reacting. You're good, Ichigo.
I'll say Ichi looks at Nox and Dirk and goes,
Ichi, you can kind of teleport. Durek, how strong are you?
I mean, a little bit.
Could give her the old heave-ho.
Wait, who am I throwing?
Nox. Nox.
I mean, Nox, do you consent to the tossing? Because I could do my best, like, tiefling hurl.
Oh, does Nox fly
Um,
too?
So, basically, Nox is over here and she's, I'm casting Healing Word on myself. So, you just
Okay.
hear her cursing in Tiefling.
Don't tell the elf.
Yay! I heal myself for 8.
Okay.
Nice.
And she turns around and says, listen, I'm gonna be honest, Drake. If you just get me the fuck out of here, I don't care. You can throw me.
I mean, it wasn't my idea, but if you want to do, all right. And Dirk will run up or move up towards Nox and attempt to give her the old heave-ho as far as he can.
Is this as far as we can walk out? Because like
no one's
we
tried
could...
to go any further.
Yeah,
That's
you could
just-
try to go further.
I'm pretty sure I
Well,
was out one
I'm
morning
gonna scoot
where-
like around here
where
to
my movement was down to 10.
Yeah, Lessa was
So at
here.
a third.
Yep.
so
I guess take another step forward.
Okay, you
Okay.
feel a stronger pull, but it is now dropping your speed a little bit further. Maybe it's like 8 now.
Should I try it?
Okay, Durik, speed is down to 5. Math is right.
I'm gonna do one more step and just.
4.
Okay, all right. If we're gonna give a toss, this is probably the spot.
All right.
Blame me if you go tumbling up the hill.
Nox reattaches her loot to her back, like straps it in secure.
Ichi, I just.
What?
Oh, you just stepped right into the center of the circle?
I
Did you?
was.
I might,
wasn't really
might
te-
have-
I moved. I was trying more so just trying to catch her. If she
Okay,
flings
okay,
back.
gotcha. Alright. Okay.
And I get.
Knock. Oh, yeah.
I think Nox like strapped herself in and is good to go, as good as she's gonna be.
Okay. Okay.
Can I try hurling her? What would I
Yeah.
have to do?
Let's just roll a strength check. Just, yeah.
Normal strength.
Normal strength check, yep.
Okay.
Athletics.
Oh, if it's athletics,
Do you
it is
have
plus
proficiency?
2 on top of that, so 17.
17. Okay. You hurl up into the air. You land right there
Oh.
on the edge.
Well, that didn't work.
Your speed is 0.
can't really move at all now? That feels worse.
If Nox tried walking back uphill, would she be able to? Or is it only resisting outward motion?
Her speed is 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nox, if that's worse, then I'm just gonna... And I reach out and just try to pull her back in.
Okay. All right. And with each incremental inch outwards, pulling back in, your speed returns.
That didn't seem to work.
Nope.
I'm gonna try something.
I wonder.
I'm gonna try and sprint
Did
as
you try
hard as I.
something? Go.
I'm gonna try and sprint as hard as I can. I do have 70. If I dash, it is 70.
Okay.
So I guess starting from here, going as fast as I possibly can.
Okay.
And
Move
Dirk
your.
is getting very far out of the way.
There you go.
So, I guess I'll run like kind of where everyone else go. I'll go up north, I guess. So starting here, just running.
Okay. Okay, your speed is decreasing.
Set my
50.
dashing. 50.
40. Okay. Even lower. Even lower.
Do I have a general idea of like where Nox got to the point where she was at 0?
About that outer
Okay.
line.
Do I still feel like I'm gonna be hitting 0 if I get any further here at this point?
Are you taking the full 70?
Yeah.
Yep. You feel like you could go a little bit further. You don't feel slow at all.
Let's go for it all the way.
Okay. About right there. You begin to notice that you are forever approaching 0.
Right.
And it's getting stronger and stronger, as if it's like tugging you to this spot, this line.
Okay. Like if I'm being careful not to hit 0, that way I can save myself. Can I do that?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
But so it looks like so. Go ahead. Sorry.
It just keeps incrementally getting smaller and smaller and closer to 0.
So it feels as though trying to just basically just run as I possibly can did not really work at all.
Doesn't feel like it works. Yep.
Angry Trees, one
Yes.
question. Like, we obviously have this hill and whatnot, but what is that, are the circles marked or on there? It's like, is there something clearly that we're seeing, or is that purely for our visual impact?
Good call. There appears to be someone who has dug lines in the ground, just tiny little patches of dirt around to mark rings, as if someone has been trying this before. There's also claw marks on the ground. There's a rock with like old cross hatching on it, marked. But that is physically there.
People trying to get out.
I wanted to also. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, you go, Spoonee.
I was just gonna ask. So, like, since Durek removed the bones, like, what else remains at the center of this hill?
The only other thing that remains at the center of the hill is a lot of dirt.
I think a lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt. And there does appear to be lots of flowers around the center, as if it's well fertilized.
Ah, yes.
I wonder why.
All of that biomatter material decomposing there.
Did our pack that we got for this campaign come with a shovel?
That's a great question. Zhenarator, you were up to something while I'm looking that up. What are you up to?
I am trying to see if I can read these or understand. I have comprehend languages as a spell, but it does say that the spell doesn't decode secret messages or glyphs such as arcane sigils.
Right.
So I'm trying to. Are those?
These appear
Is
to
it
be
from
religious
a language
markings.
or? Okay.
These
so
appear to be religious markings, but you've never seen this before.
So comprehend languages wouldn't be
Correct.
usable.
Correct.
There. Okay. So then, what happens if I?
No, Spoonee. It does not include a shovel.
Fuck.
I'm gonna have Lessa. Let's see. Use the wakizashi.
Okay.
And like cut through one of the runes.
Okay. They're like etched in the wood of the tree.
Yeah, to just like disrupt the pattern of the rune.
Ooh.
Right. Nothing appears to happen. However, you notice that there is a pattern to them, and that on the other side there is the same rune written on the other side of the clearing. As you imagine, taking a long time and moving around looking for things, I would imagine doing. You discover that there are runes on opposite sides that match.
Okay, so if I walk all the way around while they're picking up bones and trying to toss people around, and if I walk all the way around to the other side,
okay,
and I cut out.
You're sucked to the center.
Wait, what?
Well,
you get yanked all the way back.
No.
And you take.
Snap is it back. Because I'm being lazy about where I'm putting the
take
character
9
token?
damage as you slam into the ground in the front.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
So just for a clarification, was it when Lesla's character, or when Leslyn moved over like the edge of the thing when it was the token, like she was asking, or like was she?
Because I was being lazy with my token.
Yeah, I was just waiting until it crossed the barrier and it bisected the barrier.
Yeah, that's a little.
To help, it helps.
No, it doesn't, because there's no markings here to show like how far.
Markings.
She was over here.
I saw.
I can't ping
from
apparently.
Here to here. You can't ping on the map?
No.
Well, anyway, yeah, you'd have to use Misty Step again or Blessing of the Raven Queen to get out again.
So angry trees?
Yes.
I don't have a shovel. However, I do have the climbing kit. So would I be able to use one of the pitons in that?
Hang on, just
me in digging?
Just a second, Spoonee. Sorry. Does Blessing of the Raven Queen allow you to use that multiple times per day? Because if it's not, I don't want to be a dick about it and say, "Oh, well, yep, you got."
To a limit, yes.
What does it say?
I can use it a number of times equal to my proficiency bonus, and I regain uses on a long rest.
2, I think.
Yeah, it's a 2.
Okay, so yeah, that happens. Okay, all right. So you should have one more use of that. Okay, cool. Spoonee, yes.
Can I use one of the pitons from my climbing kit to assist me in digging in that center area where the bones were?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, Nox just starts digging.
Okay.
Dig.
You find clothing, you find small water skin pouches that are empty. You find various bits of
string,
instruments, strings, like tools, that sort of thing.
Teeth,
all kinds
you
of,
know,
you
just
know, everything people had on them, basically.
Can I hit the tree with the matching rune from the other side with an Eldritch Blast, please?
Sure.
Yes. I'm just aiming for, like, just to disrupt the character itself, the rune itself.
Are you hitting the same one that you targeted before, like the opposite one?
Right, like the matching rune.
That's a hit. And when you do that, they both glow. on either side.
Do we feel the rings at all? Power of it like waning at all?
If you test the limit of it, which I assume you would, you notice that you can walk out a little bit further.
Hey.
Okay. How good are my elfin eyes? Can I make out the different runes on the trees?
I think you're good. Yep.
From where I am.
Mm-hmm.
With my special eyes.
Special eyes.
Okay, then I'm gonna attempt to hit another set of matching runes.
And the players, the other characters would see Lessa doing this, targeting the runes around.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, watching Lessa do it seems perfectly reasonable.
Okay. Zooms past.
Mm-hmm.
And hits in the forest somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You blew up a deer.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, and then I'm going to target the matching one on the other side.
Okay, I'm assuming you're doing this all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, they all begin to glow.
Sure, that's good, right?
Are we good to go now?
And as you step out, you
test
get
the limit.
You get as far as you can, but there's one still just. Oh, Faye knew what to roll. Nice. A religion check tells you that. There is one final rune that needs to be drawn at the center of the circle to break the curse that Ayashi Ome has placed on this spot.
Oh,
sorry, not curse.
Would I know what that is?
We have to draw it or erase it.
Would I know what the symbol is, AT?
There is something on you where you could discern that. Yes.
Oh, don't we have like a journal or something?
I mean, it could be either this, perhaps the
Scroll
symbol you
about
took
the
from.
gods.
I mean, yeah, it could have been the symbol you took from the estate. It could be in the book.
Oh, it's not my symbol. My symbol is Tsukiyomi. It would probably be the journal.
Yep. I hand RTV the journal of the. Actually, I think Lessa has it at the moment.
Oh yeah. You know, I probably do. Okay. So in the journal, am I able to find like a rune or a symbol that indicates the goddess?
So yes, there's a
Shiyama?
description about it in the scrolls and of the region of Kamimura.
Sweet.
It is the symbol of the Cryptomeria.
Ooh.
And there is a drawing of that, an etching.
Was that, I'm sorry?
There's an etching.
There's a drawing of that in the scroll.
I said a drawing of itchy. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Nox, can you draw this using your baton thingy you're digging into the dirt with?
I could try.
Lessa sort of like turns the journal around and like holds it out to Nox.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to draw that in the center. You want like a performance or?
No, I don't. I mean, yeah, you could make a performance check. It would be pretty low DC, but.
Oh God! Don't say that. Don't say that.
Anyway, so I'm gonna fucking make a new character, I guess.
No. You succeed. Let's say for the first roll 1 because it's right there in front of your face. So I'm assuming you would correct the mistake, right?
No, not to the right side. Over. Put it
There you go.
going there.
She's
going the other
She's
direction.
a furred right now, okay? She's a furred.
With that, you see hundreds of tiny blue lights that materialize around the circle. A jolt
Neat.
of wind rushes through the clearing, scattering leaves from the forest into the grassy knoll. You feel a sudden release as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders and the air around you clears. Your
Neat.
steps feel lighter and you can once again move with your former speed and agility, free from the burden of the curse that has held, or enchantment that has held you back. Then you hear a crunch as the first sprawling root from a gnarled oak shifts into the clearing.
Like I say, do we kind of fuck the clearing now? Are we the bad guys?
So I say we go back to town and figure out what Yumi's last name is. Agreed?
Oh my god.
That's pretty sensible.
Or we could just leave this place and go to the house. The other house? You know the other house! There was another house! Can we go to the other house, please?
I agree.
Perhaps we
Let's
should
check that
it
other
before
house.
we leave.
We do one. Do I'm
Okay.
sorry. We should do. I'm sorry.
What was that, Brawley?
I was asking what did Lessa say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I
What
was
did Leslie-
agreeing
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
with Ichi.
Cool.
As soon as you all step out of the circle, past the blue lights, that is the end of the session. All right. Woo.
Puzzle.
Good job, guys. You got out. Woo.
We puzzled.
Yay!